Leadership power realistically improves your visionary opportunities. Hello, everybody. This is Bill Thomas. Welcome to this episode of Leadership Power Paradigms. This is Bill Thomas, your host and presenter for today's episode. Uh, as is our custom, we will wait a few more seconds um, to begin our episode today. I'm not quite sure why I'm having problems. That probably has to do with the fact that I wasn't able to do the live episode on time yesterday. So anyway, let's get our slides ready to go. I know that Thursday episode was in fact recorded, so we're fine with that. Hello, and welcome to this episode of Leadership Power Paradigms. This is Bill Thomas, your host and presenter in today's 14 or so minutes of shared insights. We will look at and examine the fundamentals of visionary leadership power and principles. I believe you'll find it especially useful to understand how the creator and master of our universe crafts his own vision statements too. So here we go. Habakkuk, whose name means ardent embracer, was called the prophet of faith of Israel, who God used to reveal a vision of his countrymen's eventual deliverance out of oppression from their enemies, who are also the enemies of God and other nations as well. The vision that God reveals to Habakkuk not only applies to the time, place, and situational difficulties of the prophet, this vision has the permanency of the living, eternal, and supreme God, and thus will persist with all the power of God Himself in the universe until the end of time itself. And what is the vision or prophecy? It is that those humans who are justified in God's sight will be everyone who lives and walks by their faith in God's word, promises, and will for people. Any effective leadership proposition or premise must empower leaders to develop, strengthen, and improve the meaningfulness of their ideals, purposes, and actions, which usually forms the justification for their service to their version of God. The materials, those tangible results or manifestations of and accumulations from their actions, such as their money, investments, and possessions, or what they would call gold, the demonstrated growth and mature development in their personal characteristics or behaviors and professional performances, those service driven or ethically and morally focused traits and deeds which might bring them greater fame and glory from their peers, colleagues, and partners. When thinking about your leadership duties, we sometimes forget that there are three very clearly defined, totally legitimate reasons or purposes for using your leadership power, and that each leadership act should serve a specific purpose and provide some benefit to one or more other people too. For example, if you use your leadership to open up pathways to new or better knowledge or bigger or more promising opportunities, who might benefit and what would those benefits look like? If your leadership actions were designed to provide a service to the employees and other stakeholders in your organization, then what would those service offerings and tangible products be? I mean, shouldn't your leadership services enable the organization to achieve clearly defined goals? Shouldn't your leadership coach, train, and support the development of your human capital, employee performances, and organizational results? Shouldn't your leadership activities help your people to create better or improve services, products, or customer value propositions? If you hope your employees and stakeholder communities use your visionary aspirations to energize the creations, contributions, collaborations, and connections they will need to compete and win in today's environment of chaos, confusion, complexities, catastrophes, and changing priorities. You will need to pack your vision statements with elements of information based, knowledge rich, wisdom propelling energies. Here are seven of those essential elements of power that your vision statements should include. You could discuss it, however, that will not satisfy the desires of human hearts. Your vision must fulfill others and not clean them, leave them with a sense of emptiness. You should say something that matters to others, something that will impact their lives, something that gives them a purposeful reason for taking positive action. Give their efforts, activities, or striving a worthy reward. Answering why people Answering why gives people the clarity they need to act. Stating the how gives others the disciplined directions they need to act correctly. Defining what helps people to be consistent in all of their performances. It's a scientific fact that people living with little or no purpose are unhappy and are more likely to think about ending their lives. You and I are at our most effective when we are fulfilling our purpose. Job titles are important because those designations tell people that there is a purpose for their work, their organization, and profession. Your title is not the only indicator of your purpose, but it does give you a sense of purpose, doesn't it? We find it easier to trust in and rely on the promises of a worthy, noble purpose. Your vision statements should give the group a purpose that is worthwhile of their trust, loyalty, and commitment. You can use your visionary projections to transform your organization or group into a newer, better, more confident team of leaders, innovators, and mentors. Thus, visions that help people to form positive identities can help you add value to and boost the creativity and resourcefulness of your people's best efforts. Without principles, your vision will fade away into nothingness. Is it possible that the Bible's author means the same thing? Your vision must have a strong principle driven, values values oriented foundation to have any chance at a future of success. The time is now, but eternity is forever. Eternity is one big eternal present. Within it, there is no past, no future, and no in between. There is only an eternal now. Your vision needs to be present at all times. To be sure, the vision may not yet be attained, but but when its goals are achieved, that visionary image will present. If the vision contains a crystallized hope, it will appear to mirror the best parts of eternity. Your vision will be without any past regrets, without the fear of future doom, and it will contain one ever present hope for better things. Does your vision statement inspire our bodies, minds, spirits, and potentials? Have you spoken to and connected with our physical, intellectual, spiritual, or developmental beings? Use the power of dimension to lengthen, deepen, heighten, and broaden the character, capability, competence, and potential of your team. They'll be the better for it. We had a chance to see how the master creator God of the universe instructs us to shape our own vision statements. We learned about the three primary missions for delivering your leadership power. We have a better understanding about the meanings and purposes for using your leadership power, and you were supplied with 7 essential elements that you can include into all your vision statements. Now, all you need to do is to write your own visionary ideals on the tablets, smartphones, and computers of your people so that they may run who read those statements. This ends today's lesson. You're looking at a catalog of materials, training, and coaching support, which are featured in my Leadership Power Paradigms Producer Tools program. You can see that this program is designed to dramatically improve your leadership performances and use your leadership strengths to comprehensively empower the achievements of your people. Right now, this program is available to you at my lowest possible price, so I urge you to visit the webpage that you see right in the middle of this slide, which is www.one-iam.com/LPP-tools. Or you can click on the Enroll and Get Started Now button on the right side of your screen. And if you like what you read on that page, go ahead and get going now. Don't forget, there is my famous no questions asked, no risk to you money back guarantee for this program. So you really have nothing to lose by enrolling now in this awesome educational experience. And by the way, when you do click on the Enroll and Get Started Now button that you see on the right side of your screen, it will open up a new web browser tab or a web browser window for you, so you won't lose your place in the webinar. And also, for those of you who are still typing in that web link that you see there in the middle of the slide, www.one-iam.com/LPP-tools. While you guys are doing that, I'll run back over to my control panel and send you the 2 links to your 2 bonus gifts for attending today's episode. And if you give me a quick second, I'll do just that. Okay, great. There we go. And great. All right. And while we see that happening, let me see. Okay, great. The first bonus gift that you have is the infographic, which is 5 leadership uplifter tasks. It is a PDF document. It fits on 1 sheet of paper, so I encourage you to download it and then print it out and then put that 1 sheet of paper right on your desk or on a wall or something that you can look at as you go through your day. And as you perform your leadership tasks and duties, just remind yourself, oh yeah, okay, I'm performing one or more of those 5 tasks on the infographic. And if you are not performing one or more of those 5 tasks on the infographic, I would think that you are not likely to be as effective as you could be as a leader. Okay. And then the second bonus gift that we have for you today is our Words with Wisdom paper. That is also a PDF document, and it's 8 pages, and you can download that and print that out too, and take notes, put your notes on it, and record your thoughts and ideas for handling the various issues and principles and strategies and tips and techniques that are in that paper. I think you'll find it very helpful. It'll help to broaden your leadership knowledge as well as your practice of leadership as well. Um, it does contain principles and strategies and techniques that we covered in today's episode of Leadership Power Paradigms, as well as other episodes of Leadership Power Paradigms. So that's a good general overview of some of the thoughts that we had. And both of those are freely available to you, obviously. And then for those of you watching us on the replay recording, why, don't forget that there is the question area that you see on the right side of your screen, a little question box. Type in your question or your comment and click on the email us button. That will automatically send an email with your question or comment directly, as well as it will include your name and your email address that you use to register to watch the replay recording, which is a nice feature. So you don't have to put that into your question or comment area, because it my system knows who you are and where you are located as far as email addresses are concerned. So all you need to do is just type in your question or your comment, and I will reply back to you, and I'll have some of my own thoughts and ideas and answers to your question or your comment as well. And I tend to be pretty thorough with those kind of emails that I send back. I won't give you a yes or no answer. I try to give you a little more information than that. Okay, so that's my gift to you, and we seem to have a little problem here. So I'm not really sure what the problem is, but whatever it is or was, why, you know, I'll look forward to people on the replay recording. Anyway, I don't see any questions right now. Obviously, I don't, because I'm not really sure that we came into a live session. I think this is just being recorded, and for those of you on the replay recording, well, of course, you'll get to see it. So this is Bill Thomas, your host and presenter for today's episode of Leadership Power Paradigms. God bless each and every one of you. Godspeed to you all, and I wish you all the very best of success in all of your leadership endeavors. Take care, and thanks for attending.